back again with another craft for you to repurpose an old t-shirt. So I just have a navy blue t-shirt here today, and we're going to make a headband. And I don't know if you can see, but it's got this really cool knot woven into it. But that's what we're going to make today. Just put it on my head. Mess all my hair up for the video, right? And you probably won't see it too well because my hair's rather dark and I used a black t-shirt. So there you have it. Okay, so we're going to start by laying our t-shirt out flat. And if you want to do it quick, you could fold your t-shirt in half so you don't have quite so many layers. And you want to have a pair of scissors that cuts through fabric very well. I have some that do and some that don't, and so today I made sure I grabbed the fabric scissors. And we're going to cut the hem off the bottom of the t-shirt. We don't need that today. And then you want to cut about 6 1-inch strips. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just an estimate is good. So I'm just going to make 6 strips out of my t-shirt here. I'm not measuring them. I'm sure they're not probably even. Just cutting them up. And maybe you don't have long hair that you want to wear a headband, but maybe somebody you know does. It'd make a great gift. And maybe you have a much prettier t-shirt to use than this plain old blue one. Maybe something tie-dye or even multicolored. You want to make sure that it's 100% cotton. That is very important. So after you have your 6 strips, you want to pull them and stretch them and pull them and stretch them. Okay? And you'll see that the edges roll in and it makes like, well, it's called t-shirt yarn really. And then you're going to cut an end. If you have a seam, that's a good place to cut. This one doesn't seem to have a seam. My black one did. And I measured my head, and I need 24 to 25 inches for my headband. So that's 25 inches. I don't know if I have, oh, look at this. My t-shirt was big enough that I can get 225 inches from one strip. So I won't have to pull on all my strips, but we'll do 3, and that's better for you. You don't have to sit and watch forever and ever. Okay. And I'm not cutting very well. Some are a little longer than others, I think. Oops. There we go. All right, that's 4 down. Need just 1 more. Do be careful for friction burns. And just pull it and stretch it a little bit. Okay. It rolled up nice, and we're going to have 6. Okay, so there's 6 t-shirt ends. All right, now that you have your strips stretched and cut, you want to take 3 of them together and let us loop it, make a loop on the table. Okay. And We're gonna put the right side over the left tail, so it should look something like this. Put the right side over the left. Okay. Straighten that out a little. And then with your third set of t-shirt strings together, you're gonna make a U shape. And you're gonna lay it right over the top of the tails of your loop. And you're gonna take the left side tail and you're gonna just bring it up and over the U, okay? All right, so you see the U, and right here is where the left tail went over. Now you're going to take the right side, oops, and you're going to just put all of that underneath your loop. Like so. Okay, straighten it out a little bit for you. Do you see how that is just under the loop? Now you're going to take the left side of the U and you're going to go over the loop and then under that tail that you threaded through there, and then over the other side. Let's just straighten that a little so you can see. Okay, so you can double check your work. Start at your bottom left tail and it should go over, under, over, under, over, under, over, under. We have it correct. So now I will pull the edges. I'm going to flip this around so you can see it again. Hold on. So now if you just grab your tails and pull slightly, little at a time, you will get your knot, and you can leave it as loose or as tight as you would like, and just kind of pull and fiddle with it a little bit to your liking. There. Can you see the knot now? Okay. Now you're going to just take and lay this out on your table. You can measure to make sure that you still have the length you want with your ruler. I'm using a yardstick. And I've got about 23 inches, so I am good. That'll be good enough. And I'm going to take one of my little pieces that I snipped before, and I'm just going to take the glue gun, and you could use fabric glue if you'd like, but I'm using a glue gun today because it's quick and easy for the video purposes. And I'm just going to run a strip of glue right along the edge of my strips here. And then I'm going to take this little extra piece and I'm just going to lay it on top, just so that they kind of all are held together when I go to wrap them after. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm just going to snip that a little so that I have a piece to work with. And I'm going to run the glue right along the edge. And stick that on there. Okay, and now I can trim the edges and do the same on this side. Glue's still a little wet. Okay, so you have something that looks like this now, with the edges kind of. Okay, and now I'm going to take my shirt and I'm going to cut the sleeve off. If you don't want to cut the sleeve because you want it for another project, that's fine. You can cut something else and some other part of the shirt. You want a rectangle, maybe 3-inch or 4-inch rectangle, to just cover these ends with. And this, yeah, I don't want to use the bias, but this might be a good enough piece. I'm going to trim that off because it'll be too thick and lumpy. Okay, and will this work around? Yep. Okay, so you want to take the longer end, is where you're going to lay your straps onto the longer end, and the shorter end will be the part that overlaps over all. So I'm going to take and lay it down. My longer ends are here, and I'm going to take and lay this on top of some glue in the middle of that piece of cloth. So I'm going to take another strip of glue and just run it where the end is going to lay, like so. See? Okay. And now when I fold this other end over, I want to make sure that the headband is not twisted. And I'm going to put another strip of glue down and lay that right next to the other one. You want them to be touching as best you can. I know it's going to be hard to see because I'm using dark colors, but I'm just going to lay that up against there. Okay, and you can see the two pieces are together. And now I'm going to fold the edges over and glue. And I didn't cut quite a big enough piece because they don't meet, and they should meet, but that's fine. And I'm just going to glue this down a little bit and pull the other piece up and over. So it's not as nice as the black one I made. I'm sorry. I didn't cut a very good piece of fabric. But that is the headband. We'll glue a little more there. I didn't quite glue enough. And this piece here. Just to, and you can trim if you need to, if you don't want such a large piece hanging over. You can trim that up a little bit. And that's it. Your sailor knot headband. Let's take this one off. Try this one on. Have a great day.